For me, I didn't study supply chain management or procurement. I studied finance and auditing. So my background started in auditing finance. And then I felt that I've reached the limit in finance. Then I was given an opportunity to join supply chain management by my finance GM at the time. And from there, I loved it. Because for me, I couldn't, even when I started to audit, I couldn't stand things that were repetitive or things that were, couldn't. But as soon as I joined supply chain management, I loved it because you are on your toes every time. You need to think. For me, so that's what interested me. And as we were, as a country, getting into transformation, I developed passion in terms of empowerment. And then I dwelled more into empowerment as I was in supply chain and heading supply chain at this time. And that's how I began to love supply chain and saw that actually this is an area where one can make a contribution. And I developed policies actually in terms of empowerment. I developed because I understood the challenges. That's when it was starting. I understood the challenges, what made, your small suppliers not succeed. Because the question that came to mind for me, and I think my chief procurement officer then, was, how come we say as an organization we have spent these billions of money into supply BE, but then creating the millionaires, but we're not actually seeing these millionaires? So that made me go into research to find out what actually made us fail. Even though we say we are spending this, yes, government was ticked. For me, it was that BE, we spend this amount and we have made our quota. But then for us, it meant more. What happened to those suppliers? So we went back and we checked and we did the research and we found out we were actually not empowering them. We were giving them 6-month contract, 12 months, 2 years, and actually that's what we were doing. And that was it. And we were giving them, those now, your cleaning contracts, your smaller contracts that actually didn't actually have significant value. And it's done, you have that, it's done, and the person doesn't have jobs. So we started developing programs. For me, in terms of supply chain driving transformation within the country, we are creating jobs. And for me, even assisting, your FETs, because the challenge with FETs is that you can study your 18 months, you've done 2 years, but then you are not able to get your degrees, for instance. For us we really looked at what do we mean by that. So we would actually look at our spend. If we have a particular significant spend, we will say, okay, Mr. Supplier, this is what we need from you. We need you to take students and develop these students, assist them for a period of 18 months. And we need you to show us the instances, job creations that you've done. So through procurement, it does not mean with us it will happen within the organization, but we drive it through the suppliers that we do business with. And we started tracking that, because it doesn't help if you don't track. So we understood that within the procurement space as well, supply chain, you need to track. You need to go and check if the students exist, if the people have great jobs. If the students exist, where are the IDs? You go to the sitters. This student is employed there. Are they there? You get the IDs. You go physically to the plants to see if they. Actually, we saw the big companies coming, partnering with us to say, yes, we are happy, because now they can because we understood that there'd be premium. They will not train a graduate for Mahala. So we said, okay, it's fine. We understood that, and we're willing to pay for that, because then at the end of the day, we could see those students, we could track those students 5 years into the initiation of the contract. So for me, yes, supply chain management, it's a lovely space to be in. As you are on your toes, at this stage, there are parliamentary questions, there are suppliers, there's litigation, there's new things in the market. Globally, for me as well, because you must always, if you are a supply chain management officer, you need to read. I cannot emphasize that enough. You need to be on your toes. You need to be reading. Things are posted there. There are roundtable discussions that we have these challenges we're discussing, and it's not unique to South Africa. I've read about Malay. They've done they were not apologetic. What I love about Malay, they were so not apologetic. If you come into their space, whether you are an international supplier, they will tell you this is what you want. But with us, I think we need to get there. We need to learn from the other countries how they brought empowerment. They may call it other names, by other names, but it's the same thing. So we need to stop being apologetic as a country and say, this is our money, we are spending it, we want to spend it, but these are the conditions. For me, which I think is right. I think we shouldn't apologize for that. But at this stage, I find that as a country, we are very apologetic. Hence, we are not seeing the benefits of this BEE. Hence, we are saying it only benefits the elite or the politically connected. And it's difficult to argue with that if you look at it.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.